Remembering those early days, it's really amazing to see how much progress we've made. I remember when we thought about political empowerment and how do we get it, and of course understanding that power is something that, that you can hold on to in opposition. We wanted to make sure that we could say to elected officials that we also helped put you in office, not just everybody else, but that we were prepared to donate and put in our share to get key, positive, change reformers into office. And so we started working first at City Hall. We thought that would be the right place to start. And so we went to see Grace Montañez Davis, and we said to her that we wanted to have a fundraiser that she would chair, that we would do this, under her umbrella so that she could come into the mayor, Bradley at the time, and say, look what Latinos are doing. We went to see Hilda Solis at the time, who was at the time an assemblywoman just getting into office. And of course she opened up her office to us. And so I said, we want to just test carrying a bill. So we introduced a bill that we would create in March, which is Women's History Month, we would create one day, and that one day would be Latina History Day. And to this day, I'm delighted to see that now when I even go to Washington, D.C., there are successful strategy in city halls now throughout the state, in Sacramento and now in Washington, D.C. are so well received, but more important, they're effective, and we're changing things, and we're helping Latinas get into appointed and elected office, and even more to the point, creating policy that's responsive to Latinas' needs.
It was just so different. It was so exciting. So I've seen a lot of change and a lot of things change for women. But at that moment, I mean, here we are, hundreds of Latinas all together, all with a single voice. And I remember thinking, I really remember looking around and just saying, this is amazing. I had never experienced that power. It was very powerful. And like I said, I've participated in marches before for a variety of reasons, and they've all been important causes and so on, but this one was really, it touched me in a way that was very different.
And all of a sudden, we stood for something. And when you stand for something, people look at you in a different way. People seek your opinion. And when they also see that you're focused in your mission, people really want to work with you because they know that you're not all over the place. And so I often say that a big part of our success is we cannot be all things to every single person who has an idea about what we want. But when we decide on the focus, on the mission of the organization, and we stick to that mission, we can be a lot more effective and we can accomplish a lot more.
To be able to be a part of an organization that was at a turning point. We had just gotten the money to fund the implementation of the Hope Leadership Program. So, we were just going to pilot the program, and look at where we are now. We've graduated over 350 women. A lot of them are doing wonderful things to impact their community. So the Hope Leadership Institute gave us the opportunity to see what other leaders were from across the state, and to truly make the organization and the board a statewide run organization.
I was very inspired by the fact that Latina leaders were investing their time, their energy, their resources to groom and to build the next generation of Latina leaders. It motivated me, as a matter of fact, in 2003 to develop a scholarship program in my community. And I feel like it was that group of Latinas that started the Hope program 20 years ago, passed the baton to the Latinas, and so that we can continue to do the important work in our community.
It's Hope's fault that I'm elected today. I really honestly believe that it was, one of these series of things that happens in your life that takes you into a different direction. So, it's such an important organization that should be supported and should be continued to be supported. And I hope that Latinas, we show the Latino men how to work well in politics.
Every time there's a new Hope Leadership Institute class, every time there's a new class of our youth leadership program, I get to see these amazing women who are changing the fabric of their community day in and day out. It's a collective story of Latinas truly impacting their communities, standing up for themselves, ensuring that everyone is benefiting and moving forward. It's a collective story of seeing them fight for water rights in the Central Valley, to seeing them ensuring that they're not being left behind in their educational system in the Silicon Valley, to ensuring that our schools are being changed here in Los Angeles, and seeing women really step up to the plate. So 20 years later, we've seen Latinas really becoming part of the power structure, moving forward and being an instrumental voice at the table of so many decisions that are being made, either in local political office, state, or even national. So HOPE has become the premier organization for Latina leaders.